Welcome back to this channel, guys. Uh, this time, I thought let's do some labs, and my intention is to give you more labs so that it will give you more real world, the practical knowledge um, about the SageMaker, about the machine learning, big data, DevOps, Azure, and AWS side. AWS cloud side means. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to do a simple introduction about SageMaker, how SageMaker works, what is SageMaker. It's a very interesting topic, and those people who are looking to build a career in machine learning, for them it's very hot topic. So let's start with this SageMaker lab. So basically, this lab is it's um, well-equipped lab where you are using some cloud labs kind of thing where you don't need to worry about the processing power and those things. That's amazing thing. That's you don't need to worry about whether my Jupyter notebook will hang or something like that. So in this lab, what we're going to do is we're going to see how we deploy the any model basically, a simple model. So if you see the introduction, SageMaker notebook are fully managed machine learning instances. SageMaker notebook gives you the choice of running Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebooks are the new generation notebook interfaces. You know that about this, right? Which provides interactive computing solution for many programming languages. Python is one of them, and it's very popular within the machine learning community. So let's start with the machine learning, our journey in the machine learning SageMaker. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to type SageMaker in this channel, in this AWS console. So I'm going to type SageMaker. Amazon SageMaker will come, and let's wait for some time. It will load everything, and you can see all the options of the SageMaker. So you can see on the left hand side, getting started, Studio. There's a lot of Studio, Canvas, RStudio, TensorBoard, Profiler, and admin configuration, domain, role manager, images. We will see those things in our upcoming labs. Don't worry about. But what is the main important thing is the notebook. That's something when you create if you create the studio. If you click on the studio, you need to create the SageMaker domain first of all, and that process I will show you in another some other lab. So there are three-step process to create your SageMaker Studio, and then can data from different sources. So let's talk about a notebook part. Click on the notebook, and if you click on the notebook, you will see the notebook instances. Here, it's one of the notebook instances already there. You can create your new notebook instances. If you click on the create instances, first of all, you need to have IAM permissions for that, and IAM role you need to attach to your profile. But notebook instances setting means you're telling Sage, please provide me this powerful hardware, elastic interface, platform, and those things to run your notebooks. Means your Jupyter notebook. Normally, if you deploy those things on your laptop, the laptop memory is hardly 8 GB, 10 GB, maximum 20 GB, and the CPU power is very limited along with all applications also. So that is not the good thing to do that on the laptop. So if you want to really um, test your models, go to the SageMaker. And by the way, SageMaker will tell you how much it will charge you before they charge anything on your behalf. So let me go back to the instructions. The first thing we need to get into the SageMaker. Click on the notebook instances and click on the CA notebook, and then open the Jupyter Lab. So if I click here and then say open Jupyter and open Jupyter Lab, there are two options. One is open Jupyter and one is the open Jupyter Lab, right? So we need to click on the open Jupyter Lab. I'll tell you the difference between open Jupyter and open Jupyter Lab. But right now, for this lab, click on the Open Jupyter Lab. So it will open the 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 Jupyter Lab, a Jupyter instance for you. It's bit different. People who are completely new to this cloud, because most of the companies are moving to the cloud, and believe me, especially TensorFlow and all high level or extensive computing GPU, CPU stuff, it's better to use on the cloud rather than your laptop. So let's wait for this to open. So on the left hand side, you can see this is the look and feel of the SageMaker notebook. You can see here SageMaker. This is the name of the of the folder. Inside that folder, if I click on that, I can see one lab.ipyb means there is a Jupyter notebook file. Uh, it is there inside that. On the left hand side, you can see uh, these are the folders where you can get the folders connection to get contains sample notebooks and extension manager. We will talk about those in our upcoming classes. We have dedicated classes for SageMaker and machine learning. Those who are interested, can call me or contact me. So let's our lab over here. So we got our um, Jupyter lab, and let's see what is the next thing. Um, you need to click on the SageMaker flight delays and double click on this lab.ipynb. This is the lab typical model. Double click, if you double click on that IPynb model, it will open that notebook, it open that particular model. So in this lab notebook that open in the right side, simply text and it will instruct you what you. So this is a flight delay to predict the flight delays and how we can manage those things through notebook, so machine learning thing. Similarly, if you see other labs also, other models also, you can see those here. So you can search for those model also. So um, SageMaker will provide you more sample models to see that. So let's talk about this particular Jupyter lab. So what we are trying to achieve here? That's most important. So in this notebook works through a main step that are shared by the most of the machine learning project: preparing data, training data, hosting a model, and using the host model for the um, understanding machine learning object. In this notebook, you will see US flight delay data. There is a data US flight data to develop that that can forecast the flight delay. So you are trying to forecast the flight delay, and you will create a regression model to forecast the number of minutes a given flight will be delayed. So you are forecast the flight with the Mexico or from Denver to New York flight, how much delay based on the. So preparing a data, the first thing that you need to prepare when you start preparing, you need to find out the source. In this case, it is a some this is a cloud lab. I said this is the data, so source of data. Otherwise, it's an S3 bucket. Um, and how to prepare that data also. That's something you will learn in our some other classes where I will show you the Amazon um, SageMaker's different tools that will help you to prepare the data. not not just the CSV file, but the other source of data. How to get those data? How to normalize data? There are different terms that we use. We create a normalize the data wrangling basically. So first, it's download the data. Then once you're done with this particular steps, you just need to execute this one. And the second step is to open the data and read the file basically. So this is the kind of a data where you will see this data is not in terms of a CSV file, but it's a typical text file, and it will convert into the CSV file, and then import the numpy and pandas. Here we are setting up the data types basically. Here NumPy integer 64 quarter category. These are categories we are setting up the categories, right? NumPy integer 4. So it is not always obvious which data to use for features. So data types are reasonable, but in this it may be worth trying different types of data. It's all about trial and error basically, guys. And after multiple trial, your data trained and the test and you deploy those data. So it is not a 1 day or 2 day process. Sometimes it takes a week also. Now, um, you are creating a data frame here. Data frame, you are reading that CSV file, and you want to see how the data is. Means like the distribution part, you want to see that. So Matplotlib is building a font care. This may take some moment. And look at see here. That's something important to understand. This look good, but I will delay. The distribution is bit okay, but on this side, I will delay in this. This part, frequency, this part is not good. This is not evenly distributed. So this is a wide range of arrival delays with a larger delaying 1935 minutes. So the average delay is 47.7 minutes. If you see here, the average, you want to see the average one, the average delay is 47 minutes. Uh, the largest delay is close to 1935. So some features will not be included in model. Use the training time for the sake of lab, and because some features are not expected to correlate with the target. For example, year is always 117, so they point to keep the year column in this model. So we'll remove those columns here, tel numbers, FL numbers, desktop. So these are some columns that we don't need, so we'll drop those columns. Let's drop it. After one hot encoder, the categorical features, the numbers of features has increased to 402 from 21. We have our separate classes for hot encoder, all those the machine learning terms we're using. If you want to join, if you want to go to videos, upload those videos. So and let me know if you want a specific kind of video, you want to look into that, you want to learn something. I will prepare those videos, preview videos for you. And if you're looking for interview help, also I will help you in that. So let's do the encoding. Once you're done with the hot and encoding, then let's see the shape, how many columns and rows, right? So add some columns not being dropped, the number would significantly higher. For example, tail number feature is unique number assigned to each aircraft. In the data, there are over 4,000 aircraft, which would result in the 4,000 features being added or not encoded. So this lab, we are assuming that there's correlation between two aircrafts are not related to each other. There's no correlation, allowing delay by dropping the column. So we need to drop the column. So this much of columns is not good for the your health of your model. So we will drop some of those columns. So data is all numerical now, but the linear learner SageMaker algorithm requires either CSV or prod buff formatted data. So let's see the available bucket created by your lab. So the data will get split into the training. We are splitting the data in the training and split 73 or 34, 80, 20 kind of thing. Will be used by SageMaker to test the performance of the trained model data, and that is not part of the training process. You will, then write the CSV file. So here you will see on the left hand side, fly CSV and train CSV. Now training the model, you got the data, fixed flight delays, key satisfied. You are using both conducting model. So from SageMaker import image URLs. So how to train the model? Now that the training data is available in S3 in the format that SageMaker can use, you can ready to the train the model. You will use the linear learner algorithm for the training, and the algorithm can be used for regression and classification problem. This algorithm can be used for the regression and classification problem. Different than your traditional on-prem lab-based thing. So you need to import some libraries for SageMaker. Now here you are in the SageMaker, then you are providing the S3, store the output of S3, retrieve the notebook rules and use it for the model training. Use the interface to configure the training job. So these are the steps that you need to take when you're in the SageMaker model. So up to this point, your training completed, training job completed. Now, once you're done with your training and testing thing, now the final thing is deploying the model. That's where the key real uh, differentiation between an on-prem and the cloud thing. So it's very easy to deploy. So what we need here is you need an endpoint. So SageMaker can host model through hosting services. The model is accessible to the client through SageMaker endpoints. The hosted model endpoint configuration resources and endpoints are all created with a single function called deploy. The process can be up to 20 minutes, including the time to create an instance and host the model. This is how we create the endpoints and how you deploy. To linear.deploy, your initial instance count is equal to 1, initial instance type is equal to this is the instance type where you want to deploy. Using an endpoint of the interface, you need to put these libraries before you create the endpoint. So we'll now use the model endpoint to make the predictions. So this is the very high level process to input the data from different location. Then you do some your normalization process that is called data wrangling, and then you distribute the data 80/20 with the testing and training and testing, and then once you're done with the training, you can deploy it to the endpoint. So endpoint is a you know the way to deploy your model. So you use model endpoint to make the predictions using sample vector. So let's now you need to wait here because it might take some time. The prediction is within 8 minutes of actual delay. So let's see how it goes. So you can see here the process is going on this lab. So I'll pause this uh, the video, and then we can reconnect uh, when the SageMaker endpoints are done. I mean, when the deployment is done. So this is a very high level overview of how we use the SageMaker. SageMaker, first create a SageMaker studio, or you create you want to deploy or you want to upload your Jupyter book with the file models. If you want to do that, then also you can do that, or you can save it on your laptop, something you can save it also, right? You can make a copy of that. If you have a GitHub repository, you can connect your GitHub repository. Uh, One more thing which I would like to share with you guys. Uh, for example, here I'm using Amazon SageMaker notebooks. If you click here, you will see this sample notebooks. This is amazing thing. Right? Suppose somebody is going to create the model. So you can take the help or the sample like a template from these models and then for the same process to create the endpoints and deploy them. So this is how easy it is. The condition is you understand, you need to know the basics of machine learning. Hope you love this video. Please let me know. Um, put your comments. Your comments are very important. And let me know if you need help. We can help you. But please, subscribe this channel so that I can understand what your requirement is, and I will help you in your interview cracking or knowledge or mentoring and so many things. Thank you.